Man, stop playing. Y'all back again. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad there's some more people like me out here. Felons, violent felons, whatever. Trying to be productive and proactive with their life. Trying to get everything back that was taken and stripped from us. Things that shouldn't have been taken and stripped from us. Especially not the right to protect your family, to protect yourself. Regardless of the decisions we've made in the past, that don't stop me from having the right to defend myself. But anyway, welcome back to Felons of Firearm. I got some good information for y'all today, so let's get into it. Let me show y'all the way. What's up, people? Devin the Dude 34T. Welcome back to another episode of Felons with Firearms. And today we're going to be discussing the second step required to get your gun rights restored as a felon or a non-violent felon. So as stated in my last video, the first step required is to be released from probation or parole. And make sure you keep all your documentation so that you can provide this with your petition. And if you missed my last episode, I will have a link available so that you can see the first step that is required. And that's to get released from probation. Now on to the second step. So that's required in order to get your gun rights restored is you have to restore your civil rights.
That's required in order to get your gun rights restored is you have to restore your civil rights.
That's required in order to get your gun rights restored is you have to restore your civil rights.
If you haven't restored your civil rights yet, I will show you how in this video. But before we get to the how-to, I'm going to show you what the documentation says and what it looks like. So, this is not an official document. It's a copy for this purpose and other purposes such as my petition and things like that. But this documentation is from the Commonwealth of Virginia, and it's from the governor's office. This document states that basically your prior convictions no longer restrict your right to register to vote, become a notary, serve on a jury, or hold public office. All Virginians must be registered in order to vote, and you may register to vote online by visiting Virginia Department of Elections. So that's this document here. I get a look closer. I was just reading paragraph 2 here. But this is one of the documents that's required to inform office and things like that, that you have your civil rights restored. Now also, along with this document, you have to have the executive order with the seal. And again, this is not an official copy. This is a copy of my official copy for the purpose of, including in my petition. You never want to give anyone your official legal documents just in case they're needed again. And a lot of times, if they need to be presented, they will want to see the official copy. So like when I went to court, of course, I attached my copied documents with my petition. But when I was present in court, I had all of my official documentation with me in case it was required and they wanted to view it. So, yes, the second step, get your civil rights restored. Now, I will show you the process. Now, it may vary from state to state. So, the way up portals may vary from state to state and what you got to do, but this is a gist of what's required. And what I'm going to be showing you is for the state of Virginia. And for those who are in the state of Virginia, you can follow these exact steps in order to file for your civil rights. So what I did was I go to my Google search bar and I type in civil rights restoration. In Virginia. come down to restore registration of rights, the process, and over here, are your rights restored? Anyone convicted of a felony in Virginia is automatically loses their civil rights, right to vote, serve on a jury, etc. So the first thing you want to do is check your civil rights status. And I say do this because a lot of felons in the institution I was in, or the nonviolent felons automatically had their rights restored. So prior to their release, they came home and they had documentation already awaiting them. But if that's not the case for you, you come over to check your status and you put in first, last name, date of birth, and last of your social. And it will prompt over to this page, and here you will see Devin Davis, date of birth, etc. And it says granted. And my civil rights were restored 7/27/2017. So that, for me, that was 2 years after my release. And again, I'm a violent felon. So as soon as I was released from incarceration, I came to this website and I applied. And it took me some time due to my violent history, but again, my rights were restored. But if your rights aren't restored, then you will come down here to request the restoration of rights, and you will fill in all of the prompts in you. And then it's going to come over to this page, and they're going to ask you, name and time of your conviction, make and check the type, whether it was federal, non-federal, etc. It's going to ask about your citizenship, and it's going to ask you the terms of why you believe that you qualify for your rights to be restored. And for me, I checked the box. I have completed any and all terms of incarceration, probation, parole, and any other active supervision. And the information provided is correct. So you would click both of those boxes and you would simply hit submit. And so once those steps are handled, from this point on, it would be a waiting game. But again, as long as you have, completed the terms of your probation, you're not on any active supervision. Fines and restitutions typically don't have anything to do with that. But if your fines and restitutions are not paid, just make sure that you're on a payment plan and you're paying them, as promptly as possible. And again, from that point, it's a waiting game. And then you will receive these exact same documents in the mail once approved, but they will be the official documents. And these will be the documents that you would need as well. So make copies to provide with your petition to show that step 2 of the process is completed. So again, step 1 is to get released from probation and parole. Step 2 is to have your civil rights restored. Pretty simple, right? So once again, welcome to Felons with Firearms. I hope this video provided you with some information that was useful. If you didn't see my last video, again, there will be a link so that you can view my last video. There will be a subscription button. Please subscribe. Turn on the notifications so that you can stay up to date as I drop the next video. Please like, comment, and share. If you have any questions in pertaining to the process to restoring your gun rights, please comment in the comment section below. If there are any other videos that you guys would like to see in relations to the topic or even outside of the topic, please comment them below. I will do my best to answer all comments as promptly as possible, and I will possibly get that content uploaded that you may have questions about. In the meantime, peace, love, and light. And man, stop playing. Get it done.